Okay, what's up, guys? It's your boy. I'm back. Gonna be explaining some things, explaining why Luffy is continental in power, in striking force, essentially. So here we have the width, the length of Australia. It's 2,485 miles. Now, how much is 4,000 kilometers? It's 2,485 miles. If you look at this, Viola's ability, her devil fruit ability, can see 4,000-kilometer radius like a bird. The ability was first mentioned by Gladius, who noted that it was strange that Viola failed to locate the Thousand Sunny as it approached Dressrosa. At the time, she didn't know them, so you can't say she was helping them or whatever, because I already know you guys are going to say some bullshit. The extraordinary range of the technique allowed Viola to see everything that was going on in the country. Named together clairvoyance, but separately they can read thousand ri sight, where a ri is a unit of measurement in Japan equal to 3,920. Yes, essentially this. So 4,000 kilometers essentially. So she can see 4,000 kilometers. So she'd be able to see everything in Australia from top to bottom in every single direction essentially. She would be able to see everything in Australia. So she has continental vision. Now, King Kong Punch is essentially supposed to be in the versus battle. It's supposed to be large island plus, but this would be wrong. Now, I do like that they say that current Luffy has a multi-continental level of attack potency. I do agree with this, but you could technically argue is far greater. There's a couple of things there's a couple of ways you could scale how strong Luffy is in terms of attack potency based off of a couple of things like Horty Jones. Now, without making this video too long, Horty Jones energy steroids. I just want to go into this quick. Essentially, these things double your double over and over again. Let me see if I can get to it. So one pill enhances the strength of the user twofold. Therefore, Fishman's strength will become 20 times that of an average human because Fishmen are already 10 times stronger than the average human. So two pills will make it fourfold, and an additional intake increase the strength exponentially. So it will be 4 times 2 will be 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. 64 times 2 is 128. Times 2 is 256. Times 2 is 516. Times 2 is 1,024. So essentially, if you were to argue base Hody is already mountain level, then making him times 1,024, assuming he only takes 10 of these pills when he took in reality like 60, you can easily scale Hody to be fucking multi-continental. So the story does prove that Luffy has like continental level power even before he got to Gear 5. Also, we have the Don Chinjiao statement essentially saying that the ice continent that he shattered was a continent. On top of that, no one could break it down with pickaxes, and it couldn't be melted with fire, even if you tried for 100 years, as stated in the anime, proving that Luffy is essentially continental because Don Chinjiao says that Don Sai could split this ice continent in half. Now, the reason why this is continental in terms of attack potency is because this ice continent is much stronger than bedrock, much stronger than concrete, and much stronger than pretty much any form of land naturally. So because it's so much stronger than normal land, then this would be even much more powerful. Now, another thing with the King Kong Punch, if we look at it, right? Where is it? So essentially, this is the effect of the King Kong Punch. Now, this is Luffy. This is him breaking Doflamingo strings and all these things. And then this is the country itself. Now, this would be thousands of kilometers big. This would essentially be a continent right here. This would be Australia shattering in two. Now, this is, like I said, in it's not an opinion, it's actually fact now. Now we know for a fact that this is how big Dressrosa is. It's as big as Australia, putting it at a continental level feat already. Now, if you were to, without calc stacking essentially means taking one feat and then applying it to all other feats. Now, I'm not calc stacking, but I can prove that Luffy gets stronger throughout his story based off of a couple of things. If we look at this, abilities that evolved over 10 years training. Delphu abilities become as strong as one trains them. Luffy's Gomu Gomu moves are going to evolve more and more. So even the data books state that Luffy is going to grow much, much stronger. And this just proves that Wano is over continental level in terms of distance. Here it explains, this is the power level of, this is the French data book essentially explaining that Luffy's gaining a 10 times increase to power and strength. If we look at the Burndy World Dough Fruit, Burndy World Moa Moa Fruit, it essentially explains that this will increase his size and power by 100 times. So that would put that 3D2Y Luffy at over 100 times faster and 100 times stronger with this gear second. I could legit argue that Luffy is thousands, if not millions of times faster than he is now currently in Wano than he's ever been before because of this one statement right here. Like I said, Delphu's, this is Chopper that has no hockey, that is essentially dodging a light beam by Queen. We know it's a light beam because Queen works with Vegapunk, who is essentially a scientist who created the pacifistas. The pacifistas shoot laser beams. Laser beams, actually, fun fact, laser beams can actually travel much faster than light. Where is it? No, this is just Quora. There's a thingamajigger. Oh, right here. This is from 2002. Scientists at NEC Corporation. Knowledge, speed, and vacuum. Despite vacuum and speed of light. An experiment. Measure time taken of the pulse of light to pass through whatever. Yada, yada, yada. But this essentially, here, it's essentially explaining that a laser pulse travels 300 times faster than light. So, and this is from 2002, so this is actually extremely old. So, yes, a laser beam can actually move 300 times faster than light. So, Chopper, who has no hockey, is able to move faster than light. And in that same 3D2Y, some people like to bring up how Rayleigh talks about the perception of dodging, or like, oh, you cannot perceive high speed movement or light speed, but when you search up what perception means, it just means seeing, hearing, or becoming aware through senses. Luffy is blindfolded when this is being talked about, and I know people like King Bullet have talked about this, and I've talked about this before, but essentially the reason why you would be wrong if you think that you cannot dodge light without hockey, the reason why you would be wrong is because we have things like this, and I'm trying to make this video as quickly as possible, is because if you look at this, in this same instance, air pressure deflected at light speed, creating a piercing shockwave. Zoro is able to dodge this, so this is a light speed attack, and Zoro, who is injured, is able to dodge these light speed attacks while moving forward towards him. So this would prove that a pre-time skip Zoro's already has light speed reaction. Now, you could argue that they don't have light speed movement, I guess, but their combat speed and their reaction speed is light speed. Now, the reason why like travel speed or movement is different, because you could be traveling in a straight line or something along those lines where you're traveling from a country to country, right? So the problem that people like to bring up is like, oh well, Luffy couldn't dodge Kizaru. Kizaru was heading towards Luffy. Luffy wasn't aware. Luffy was not aware that Luffy versus Kizaru kicks him. So I guess I'll show the scene.
You're full of guys. Come close. Give up. Why don't
No, it's not this part. There's a part before. There's a part where he just fucking kicks him in the face while he's in the sky, and that's usually when people like to bring up like, oh well, Luffy's not light speed because he got intercepted by Kizaru. But I mean, like, he got intercepted by Kizaru in the middle of the fucking air. Like, I'm trying to find it. I probably cannot find it though that fast. Maybe.
Cook up backyard barbecue.
But yeah, the reason why this is a bad argument is because not only does Kizaru made out of natural light, why is it that people like to argue that he cannot move faster than light? He's a human. Like, it's like saying, well, a human is only limited. Didn't somebody break the Usain Bolt record? Limits can be broken, guys. Why the fuck are we putting limits on people with powers that can evolve? Like, literally. Like, these guys can literally evolve their powers. Why are we putting a limit on this? These things can literally evolve. All those fruits. It's not just Luffy. Everyone in the story can get stronger. It's not just Luffy alone. This is not limited to just the main character. This is like before it, though. Does he like miss on purpose? I guess he misses on purpose. I mean, I'm not gonna say here that Luffy dodged that, because he didn't. He's pretty much injured. He got kicked one time and he was pretty much done afterwards. But, I mean, if you guys don't believe me, like I said, Luffy jumps up in the air, he's trying to fucking get to Ace, and then Kizaru comes and he fucking kicks him, essentially. But, yes. That's pretty much what happened. So, is Luffy light speed? In reaction speed, yes. In combat speed, yes. He has proven that with NL. Oh, by the way, if you don't know, yes, the discharge of lightning is 1/3 the speed of light. Which is the return stroke. I think it's this. Or is it? Might be this. I mean, on every second, the speed of light is about 3 meters, and in 1 second, light can travel around the world 3 times. It's actually like 8 times. But if I'm correct, the return stroke is like 1/3 the speed of lightning. or 1/3 the speed of light. So that's another thing that I saw in the comment section, and I've been looking at my videos, and I appreciate the support. If you can like the fucking video, please give me some support. If you're gonna be giving me that many fucking views, man, like straight up. Oh wait, it's not even this one. It's fucking another one. Sign back in to my other one. I always forget which one's which. I think it's this one. Is it this one? Nope. I just signed into the same one again. Loaded. And I think it's this one. It's probably this one. Yo. Yeah, but like you guys gave me like mad fucking support in this one. I appreciate it. I have 2 channels. This one got a lot of support, and I've been looking at the comments as well. I've been looking at like a lot of the things, and I think some people just don't understand. Like this one guy is essentially saying that like Luffy cannot like manipulate matter or whatever, and I'm like, well, the problem with this is that he physically turned the ground into rubber, and he's physically turning lightning into rubber, as stated by the author. Not only that, but even the author states that Luffy can do whatever the fuck he wants in his imagination. Let me see. Pictures, screenshots. Do I have it? Where do I have it? My last screenshot. The more he laughs, the stronger he gets, which is another fucking crazy, like, nonsensical power-up that the author gave him. So if Luffy's happy, he's getting stronger, so it's disgusting. Here I would have to zoom in. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, utilizing the power of imagination. Luffy's powers, impel down, guards already show the drawbacks. Should awaken, what will be the fallout? The innate nature of the respective animals consumes the zone user. The awakening actually happening is a miracle. Smile that lights up an age. Past everyone believed in him. Freedom can really cut loose with this power. A few minor notes concerning Nika. A couple of interesting points are mentioned, such as the power of imagination and the drawbacks of the zone. So he has the power of imagination. So he can pretty much do whatever the fuck he wants with the power of imagination. Not only that, but just to explain that this can be felt from 1,000 miles away. A reverberation is an echo or essentially just noise. So this noise can be heard from thousands of miles away, or 1,000 miles away, which would be continental, by the way, in just the noise alone. Not only that, but he's punching somebody into the actual island. He is not physically splitting the continent in half, like Don Chinjiao is with this ice continent. So, just to put into perspective, one last thing before I go. Don Chinjiao, ice continent. Just to put into perspective. Where is it? Right here. Okay, so he's oh yeah. So he's literally talking about this is a nice continent. Not even fire or pickaxes will break it down. So the reason why this is, like I'm pretty sure I've said it all before in a video, but the reason why this is a continental level feat is because the ice is much stronger than normal bedrock, steel, titanium. This would be harder than any metal on our planet by many times over. Fire cannot even melt this, so this is not even normal ice. This is like, this ice is so disgusting. Mind you, the ice in Antarctica is melting from just the heat alone, from the sun rays alone. That means alone that I think the One Piece world has like 3 suns, like 3 fucking suns. I think like it's fucking ridiculous how fucking overpowered this ice could be. Theoretically, this ice is already stronger than any metal on the goddamn planet. And then Don Chinja says Don Sai, his nephew or fucking grandson or whatever, can also split this shit in half as well. Mind you, then Luffy comes in much stronger than this in Gear 4th. And not only that, But I mentioned the Hody Jones thing because, like I said, you could even argue that is a multi-continental fucking person. So we got Hody, we got this guy, we got Don Chinjao, and then we got the Gear 4th King Kong Punch being continental. Because, like I said, fucking clairvoyant, 4,000 meters, Luffy fucking being able to smash fucking this shit open. Like, it just makes no sense why they'd even argue, like, my only problem is that they say he's FTL when in reality he could be like fucking like massively faster than light, like disgustingly faster than light, and that's why I brought up the this because I could argue his gear second is a 100 times speed multiplier and 100 times strength multiplier as well, and I think a lot of people would agree because awakening essentially means, and as stated by Kaido, essentially your powers, your mind and your body are catching up to your powers. Essentially, your body is becoming more powerful, and like I said, given that you're transferring your power to other, essentially he's awakening. So his fruit is evolving, it's getting stronger. So essentially, I could easily prove that Luffy's fruit is getting more powerful as he continues to use it. As we can see before, now one point I wanted to bring up, with Luffy's haki, even his efficiency with haki has changed drastically. Against Dofi, he needed 10 minutes just to recharge. In the anime, he says he only needs 2 minutes of rest. He goes to sleep for 2 minutes, and now he's fully recharged. Against Katakuri, he ran away, and then he was pretty much back to normal. Yeah, they both ate food, but pretty much back to normal. But Luffy here, only 2 minutes of sleep. So that means Luffy's haki efficiency is getting better, his Del food is getting better, and it's even proven that haki gets stronger the more powerful the enemy is, essentially. And that's the last thing I'm going to leave you off of. Haki gets stronger. So I think I've proved how strong Luffy is. I guess you could... Not fucking khaki. What the fuck? Haki can also become stronger, especially when a haki user pushes themselves and their haki to the limit and beyond in the battles against far stronger opponents. So I think I've proven my case that Luffy is for sure multi-continental plus. For sure, easily, casually. Dressrosa's continental. Wano is definitely large continental in size. I could easily argue that the 1,000 Ri is in each section as it's stated in that shit. I could easily argue that each section of Wano, each of those like little mini sections, is like 1,000 Ri or near 4,000 kilometers, putting it at over the size of goddamn Asia. So I could easily argue that it's large continental, or bigger than Asia. And I think I'm done. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. So if it pretty much, I think I've proven how strong Luffy is. I'm going to be out. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any problems, come at me. You already know where to find me. I'll be in the comments section. Recommend this video. Share it. Like it. You already know what to do. It's been your boy. Subscribe. Peace. Bye-bye.